Welcome to TV20 Classic Sports. I'm your host, Christian Patterson. From all-star matchups to championship games, we've reached into the vault to bring back a part of Cleveland history. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of TV20 Classic Sports.
Welcome back to Elder Field at Brookside Park. This will be the Kennedy Midget Championship game between the Cleveland Dogs and the 49ers. The Dogs coming in 2-2, number 3 in offense and number 3 on defense. But for the Kennedy 49ers, number 1 both on offense and defense at 4-0. And this proves to be an interesting matchup in this game, Tim, as we look at the two offenses and defenses. You look at some of the keys for the Dogs, catch the ball and some good blocking and limit the mistakes. And the rain falling once again, limiting the mistakes will be the big key for the 49ers. Play good defense and protect the quarterback because they like to throw the football by and really get some effective type of running game.
Absolutely, and when you're looking at running in this kind of weather, you've got to look to the 49ers. They've got some exciting players in Brandon Branch and Blandon Fletcher, and on the other side, it's Desmond and Black and Jesse Curry. Right now, we'll go to our BA announcer, Nate Mumphrey, for the player introductions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third and final game of our House League Championships tonight. We have John F. Kennedy coming up next in the Midget division. The two teams, the 49ers in red and the Dogs in yellow. And now let's introduce the Dogs, the Cleveland Dogs. Number 1, Nicholas Baker. Number 2, Dominic Perry. Number 3, Andrew Conwell. Number 4, Matthew Barker. Number 5, James Bridges. Number 6, Sante Willis. Number 7, Freddie Williams. Number 8, William Knighton. Number 9, Horace Crawford. Number 10, Jesse Perry. Number 11, Desmond Black. Number 12, Victor Baker. 13, Vance Lowry. Number 14, Jerron Carson. Number 15, Michael Jones. And number 16, Dante Fields. The Dogs are coached by assistant coach Dee Dixon and head coach Floyd Dixon. And now the 49ers in red. Number 1, Antonio Swinney. Number 2, James Swinney. Number 3, Dante Tidmore. Number 4, Deontay Brown. Number 5, Jeremy Davis. Number 6, Brandon Grant. Number 7, Raphael Brown. Number 8, Mario Branch. Number 9, Bruce Coleman. Number 10, Brandon Fletcher. And number 11, Justin Tidmore. The 49ers are coached by Robert Tidmore. And now we'll have the coin toss by the center manager for JFK, Mr. Michael Bannister.
49ers and red, you'll make it wrong. Think it loud enough so you hear your call. Toss it by dropping it up in the can, right? Face down. What is it? Nancy calls tails, and then lands heads. Okay? Coach, your choice. You want to toss. You have a choice of ball, offense, defense, or defer to the second half. Defer to the second half. It's your choice now. You want the ball? You want the ball. Let's go. You want defense. Okay. Red will receive right here. Hey, let's go. Bring him out, guys.
Well, the 49ers will be receiving the football to start off this game.
Well, Adam, when we talked about them earlier in the game, it's the 49ers that are going to be in the red and the Cleveland Dogs in yellow. And we talked about a running game. Brandon Branch and Brandon Fletcher are going to be the ones that are going to be doing the running for the 49ers. And on the other side, they wanted to throw, but with this kind of weather again, I don't know, Adam.
It may be another type of running game again. The 49ers, a 4-0 team. The Dogs in yellow, 2-2. And it'll be interesting to see how the weather will play a factor in this game. We saw it in the previous game where it forced.
I was up there. I really got it up there.
Where it forced mainly a running type game, as the Dogs will be kicking off and the 49ers will be receiving. What they wanted to do was to defer until the second half of action.
What's his name?
As we're just about set for the opening kickoff here. Back to receive for the 49ers, Jeremy Davis, the deep receiver. This one's kicked up, gets by Davis, and now picked up by number 10. That is Brandon Fletcher, and he gets out close to midfield. So now the 49ers on offense, led by Brandon Branch at quarterback, Brandon Fletcher the running back, the receivers Jeremy Davis and Justin Tidmore. On the offensive line, Dante Tidmore, Raphael Brown, and Deontay Brown. Defensively, for the Dogs, William Knighton, Horace Crawford, James Bridges, Dante Fields, and Matthew Barker, the front line. Linebackers Vince Lowry and Jesse Perry as the safety. So the 49ers on offense first, full house backfield. Quarterback looking, little swing pass and short. Brandon Branch trying to hit his receiver, the running back, Brandon Fletcher, out of the backfield. Just short on the pass. That time, nice formation there, full house backfield. A little crossing by the running backs, then sending one out for a pass. Second down for the 49ers.
And you can see they're well organized and in the fundamentals of football, just the way they're lined up, the handoffs.
Inside handoff, fumble on the ground. Brandon Fletcher comes up with a try to go for the double reverse in that pro-eye set. And that really hurts him that time. Third down now for the 49ers. And you really hit that one on the head, Tim. Very organized, especially when you look at their offensive sets. 2 plays, 2 different types of sets. That time they went with a pro-eye backfield. Now they'll go to the full house backfield, kind of like the wishbone. Inside handoff, no, it's a fake. Nice fake there as they get the pass out to Jeremy Davis, and Davis is brought down and made the tackle by number 11. And that is Desmond Black. And on that last play, you see the up-back, the halfback, doing a little spin move out of the backfield to try to keep the defense off. Now you know why this 49er team is 4-0. The last time these two teams met, the 49ers won 27-7.
Well, when we had talked to the coach before the game, he made it very clear that all they have to do is really come out and play fundamental football.
Pro-eye set, quarterback run, Branch, and he's tackled right there. Horace Crawford making the stop for the Dog defense. And for Brandon Branch, there you see him. Most Improved Student Awards, perfect attendance. Also on the swim team. They call him their own Eric Metcalf.
Hold him. Number 6 in the offense. Better just refuse First down.
A penalty against the 49ers will be refused. First down now for the Dogs. The Dogs on offense, led by quarterback Victor Baker, as well as Jerron Carson. We're going to have a motion penalty against the offense.
Ball start. Number 15 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
False start on the call, first down, and they move it back. Jerron Carson, the quarterback, pitches it off, another flag down, and this 49er defense is all over the Dogs.
We can see there's a big pass rush, and right now, Adam, the offensive line of the Cleveland Dogs are they're just blowing right by them.
They're really hitting up the middle. They're going with 3 right up the middle on defense, the 49ers, kind of like an umbrella defense, 4 in the backfield. The pitch, and that defense once again containing, but he breaks a couple of tackles, and he's finally brought down. Number 11, Desmond Black, breaking 2-3 tackles before he's finally brought down.
Again, when you talk about number 11, Desmond Black, he's a 6th grader from Charles Elliott, which, by the way, folks, this league has been played at Frederick Douglass Field. Many of the people in Ward 1 will know it as Charles Elliott Field. Started back in mid-September with over 65 youth playing in the flag football program.
Third down, short snap, scrum at the line of scrimmage. And the ball's going to be called down, and it'll force a 4th down for the Dogs. But that 49er defense, they are just all over the Dogs.
Well, you got a center, and you got the 2 guards with the quarterback right there.
And we may have a false start.
False start. Number 13 of the offense.
And the referee heard my call, so he knew I was right.
Well, Adam, this one time they look up and they agree.
So right now the Dog offense limping along, going backwards. 4th down now.
They're going to be going for it here.
And look for a heavy rush from the 49ers. They are hungry at that line of scrimmage, rushing up front. And another sack back down, brought down number 7, Raphael Brown.
Now, I talked to Floyd Dickerson before the game. He had told me, listen, we've got to block. We don't block, we're in trouble. We're looking at Ralphio Moore, the 49ers. He's part of that big pass rush that has been picking up sack after sack. They've got several sacks. The coach told us he's the pass rusher, and you can see right there, he didn't waste much time getting his first sack tonight.
Number 10, Fletcher on the move, cutting back to the far side of the field, has a couple of blocks, looking for one downfield, cuts towards the end of the field, and he may have gotten a first down, but it looks like number 14, Jerron Carson, comes up with a stop before the first down marker. But then again, we've got a flag thrown down at the 20-yard line. What are we going to get as the call? Good play there. There you see him cutting back to the near side and then said, up, let me go switch the other way. And he had the blockers the other way as everybody was flowing towards the near side of the field, picking up his blockers. And finally brought down close to the 20-yard line by Jerron Carson.
Again, Adam, we talked about when Notre Dame and Michigan, you talk about containment. You're on a wet field here. Those defensive ends that are rushing, they have to contain. And what's happening is the Cleveland Dogs defensive ends are rushing to the middle of the pocket, which means they're breaking outside. This team here, the 49ers, have already shown they are organized. You're going to have to make them beat you in the middle of the field. You don't want to let them get outside.
Full house backfield, flags down before the play got underway. And it's going to be offsides. Offsides against the 49ers. So that'll push them back 5. They really, the last 2 penalties have hurt the 49ers. They moved the ball very well. Now, pushing it back even more. First down and long. Looks like the ball is just spotted over midfield. Branch looking to throw. He's going to keep it himself. Running towards the outside. Great swing tackle. Tries to slip inside. Back to the outside and finally brought down. In on the stop, number 13, Vance Lowry, making the stop for the Dogs. And Brandon Branch, a left-hander, kind of looking like Steve Young running the football.
A little bit of that 49ers, and who's he picked? But Steve Young is his favorite player. You'll see right here where he's going to do a little bit, get to the outside. Again, we talked about containment. Now this time, the 49ers are there and they come up with a tackle. Again, you saw that he just did enough to hold him till he got help. And again, keep him inside and you've got a better shot.
Quadruple reverse, and Brandon Fletcher cuts to the outside and finally brought down. A quadruple reverse that time, and let's see what the flag is going to go, and it may be against the 49ers. And Tim, I'll tell you, I'm impressed. A quadruple reverse.
8, 9, and 10-year-olds.
This is one organized team that really can run plays. Now they just got to cut down on the penalties. And the call from our referee, what are we going to get? Boy, I am impressed by the play calling on the coaching staff of this 49er team. As we get the call, it's going to be a clipping call against the 49ers. And that's going to be a big penalty. They're going to bring that one back, so that really negates the run by Brandon Fletcher.
Now you don't think, Adam, there's somebody out here just slipping and accidentally hit him. These referees wouldn't just call them borderline calls in wet conditions.
No.
In the cold.
No, not whatsoever. Branch flushed out of the pocket to the far side, breaks a tackle, but finally brought down by Dante Fields. And Branch is very quick to the outside. And we talked about this before, that containment, and the Dogs are not doing that. There you see the young quarterback, Brandon Branch. And really, you got to give a lot of credit, Tim, to that offensive line. Raphael Brown, Dante Tidmore, and Deontay Brown. There you see Brandon Branch does it all, quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. He's the quarterback in this pro-I formation. Rolling to the near side of the field. Flag is down, looking to throw. Dumps it off, incompleted pass to Brandon Fletcher. Branch, 4 carries for 23 yards in this contest so far. 12th play of the quarter.
Well, the 49ers came out and said they wanted to run the football. And when you look at that number 6, Brandon Branch, kind of gives you a little bit of a feel of a little Dion.
A little bit, just a little bit. He really can control that. I mean, he does well in his play calling, getting it from the coach, and really the execution of this team.
Number 13 of the defense.
Now that time now, and you heard the coaching staff from the 49ers say it's about time that a penalty goes the other team's way. So now, first down for the 49ers. Full house backfield. Brandon Branch on a swing pass. Couldn't get it out to Fletcher, but a flag is thrown from the sideline judge. And you know what? On that play, Brandon Branch looked better than Vinny Testaverde throwing a little swing pass to Leroy Horde on the outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, Adam, I remember a year ago we talked about Mr. Testaverde. And you told me then, and I'll come back and say, Adam, you were right. If they're going to ever put a guy on the charity list for giving up interceptions, Vinny Testaverde was right up there.
And you know what? We don't have to deal with him.
Thank the Lord.
I will take 3 years of no football to get away from him and the rest of the guys, because I know in 1999 we'll have a new stadium, we'll have a new team, and I hope it'll be a heck of a lot better than it's been in the past. But in this game, no score. The 49ers really controlling the ball in this quarter, but the penalties have hurt. Full house T backfield. Motion. Now, if this was the Canadian Football League, that play would have been a great move because you had your receivers, and in Canadian football, the receivers could actually take steps towards the line of scrimmage before the snap, but not in this league.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
This is the 5th first down play for the 49ers. Why? Penalties. Lots of them. They may execute and look good out on the field, but right now the penalties have hurt this team. Brandon Branch looking to throw. Looking up at the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to turn on the Jets and finally brought down by number 11, Victor Baker. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. No score here at Brookside Park between the 49ers and the Cleveland Dogs in the JFK Midget League Championship game.
Well, we're going to stay right here with you as we're going to be moving right into the second quarter. A lot of the viewers that are watching this game may say, hey, what else is going on in my community? What's going on at Kennedy Recreation Center? Well, at halftime, Desiree will be with the center manager from John F. Kennedy, and he'll be able to tell you about some of the upcoming winter programs at your recreation center.
Switch at quarterback. Now Brandon. Branch gets it, cuts upfield. Boy, he got the afterburners going. He breaks the tackle at the 20. 1 to beat, down at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Brandon Branch.
Without messing up. No flags, thank you.
No flags on the play. There you hear on the sidelines as he does a little showing in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, there he is, Brandon Branch. Just ran one for over 35 yards and put the 49ers up in front. You take a look at it here at home. You'll see here a little bit of quickness. You want to call it Dion, or you can call it Eric Metcalf, which way it is. But he cuts back across the middle, and he comes right here to, and it's nothing but speed at him, right to the end zone.
Brandon Branch getting in now for the extra point.
Hey, that's the man. That's the man.
Brandon Branch doing it all now for the 49ers. But another flag, holding against the offense. Oh, now they're gonna try it once again.
Well, it's nice hearing the guys in the truck calling the great shots.
They're going to do it once again. A holding call on the extra point attempt. 6-0. 49ers lead it. Coming into this game, averaging 18 points a contest, 50% of it passing. Brandon Branch, the quarterback. Fletcher in the backfield. Branch looking. Eludes and does not get away. And he doesn't get away from number 11, Desmond Black, who makes the stop. Make that Vance Lowry. Another flag? Yes, no, or is that going to be it? Nope, that's going to be it for that play.
You know, Adam, I used to always look at coaches, and I used to say that usually when you see a team come out organized and disciplined, they have a good chance to win. And I also always tell our coaches, if you look at it, and we've been through 6 ball games, usually the coaches that are focused on the game, aren't yelling at the officials, usually win. Okay? Maybe except for the guys that get paid, you know, all the money.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, most successful coaches are the ones that keep their calm, keep their cool, and stay focused on what they're doing.
Timeout is called by the Cleveland Dogs, and the Dogs have to get something going. They need a little bit of a growl because the 49ers have dominated in this ball game.
Well, we've had 2 great ball games. We started out today with the Michael Zone Junior game where the Broncos won for the Raiders, defeated the Raiders by a score of 18-6. And then also we had the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame from the Cadell Recreation League capture their midget championship earlier today, 12-0. So Miss Finley actually put on a lot of excitement. And right here in this ball game, we've been looking at Mr. Brandon Branch, number 6. Again, you look at the Division of Recreation, a lot of people may look at this program and say, well, how do I get involved? It's in every community, every recreation center. There's leagues going on. Flag football is over. You know, you're here looking at it. Next year, you give your centers a call in August. But you need to think about winter. And at halftime, the center manager from Kennedy Recreation Center will be covering some things that are going on at their center today.
Brandon Bench getting ready for the kickoff. Approaches the football. High end over end kick. Taken by the Dogs. They're going to be handing it off to one of the little guys, and that was Dante Tidmore, or make that Andrew Conwell. And he gets put down at about the 21, so now the Dogs on offense. They need to do a little barking themselves. The offense being shut down by that 49er defense, especially the front three of Brown, Tidmore, and Brown. Sounds like a law firm. Now the referee telling him, give him a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback on offense, Victor Baker. He's gonna look to throw, and he gets the pass off. Heavy rush there. When you look at the rush, 6 total yards for the Dogs in the first quarter. Matthew Barker make the Deontay Brown coming in with the stop for the 49er offense. Second down and long for the Dogs. As we just said, 6 yards in total offense. Victor Baker, the quarterback. Heavy rush, gets the pass off, and the pass is completed to number 11. He's going down to the 20. Can he make the one-man beat? And he does. Desmond Black coming up with the touchdown, and I look back and no flags. Touchdown, Dogs. Little swing pass to Desmond Black, and he was off to the races. There you see Desmond Black, who just scored the touchdown. It is now 6-6. 49ers and Dogs all tied up.
Well, let's take a look at it here. Right now you see he has his flags on, and he comes across the middle here. And again, you can see it's nothing but pure speed to the outside. And here the coach had saw a flag down the field. He actually thought it was this player, but right here you can clearly see that he did have both flags on, and the touchdown will stand for the Cleveland Dogs.
Baker gets it, trying to run in, does not get the extra point, and we're all knotted at 6 in the second quarter of action here at Brookside Park. Adam Mendoza along with Tim Wells bringing you the action of this John F. Kennedy Midget League Championship game between the 49ers and the Dogs, and the Dogs getting on the board and tying up the game at 6. And really, Tim, when you look at it, you don't need a whole drive. You can do it with 1 or 2 big plays. So now the Dogs will be kicking off, and it'll be real interesting to see what the 49ers will now do on offense.
And again, because of their organization that we have seen and the structure, you're pretty sure that they're going to come out and they're just going to go right back to the basic fundamentals that they've been taught.
Both teams ready to go. Second quarter of action. We're all tied up at 6. The Dogs ready. The 49ers are ready. I'm ready. Are you? Sometimes Tim is not.
No.
Line drive kick. And it goes beyond. And it looks like Branch will pick it up towards the near sideline. Make that Jeremy Davis. That's number 9, Bruce Coleman. Bruce Coleman's going to go coast to coast. Nobody near him. Touchdown, 49ers. Bruce Coleman picking up the football and taking it coast to coast. And the 49ers now lead it 12-6.
Well, again, Adam, we've talked about containment on the defensive line. Same thing with the kickoffs. If you noticed, all the Cleveland Dogs are in the middle of the field. You'll see right here on the replay, there's 3 people on the inside. Here's your 4th one. You've got 4 people in the middle of the field. 5 and 6 are in the middle of the field. There's nobody outside. And then he breaks it back to the middle, and there's nobody back but 1 player, and that's nothing but speed. Bruce Coleman picks up the touchdown for the 49ers.
12-6 lead for the 49ers, going for the extra point. And penalty on the play. You hear some of the coaches saying decline it if it's against the Dogs.
Bad call on her.
Well, they're all set up once again. But the referee's got to give us the play.
You guys got to move down so the camera can go up
Ball
and
start
down.
on the offense. Offsetting penalties. Replay it out.
All right, there you get the call from the referee, offsetting penalties. So we're going to get this extra point underway. Branch and Coleman in the backfield. Branch getting the snap, looking to the near side. Fires the pass, no good. With the score, the 49ers 12, the Dogs 6. This has turned into an interesting matchup, Tim.
Hey, we've got the rain stopped. We've got the speed of the 49ers, the quickness, and the Cleveland Dogs also broke one on the special teams. So right here, this could be another big play. You know, we've had them score big plays on big runs. Right now, both teams are pretty, gotta feel a little confident when they have the football, Adam.
Especially when you score from a kickoff, that only uses up one play. So you still have a lot of plays left in the quarter. And at the rate these two teams are trying to score now, we could have a very high-scoring second period of play here at Brookside Park. Branch is getting ready to kick off. High end over end kick. Taken by number 12. Cuts to the outside part of the field, and he's finally brought down as he hands it off to Dominic Perry. As they just had a little caravan going to the outside part of the field. Now the Dogs on offense. Last time they had the football, it was a one-play drive that took them downfield for the score.
Hey, Diddy, get in the game, baby.
Victor Baker and Desmond Black in the backfield. Long call trying to get the play set up by the Dogs. And flags down, and that could be a dead ball. Encroachment, offsides actually, against the offense of the Dogs.
Dead ball. Offsides, number 13 to the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
There you get the call, offsides. Move the ball 5 yards back. Still first down for the Dogs.
And again, one of the reasons that the officials have been telling the defensive line you have to get back is we're dealing with a wet surface. They don't have equipment on. So our rules say that the center, you have to stay back so you give the center the opportunity to snap the ball and get up in position to block.
Handoff given off to Vance Lowry.
Almost,
Lowry.
Adam, almost.
Almost broke it again, and the spot of the ball will give Lowry the first down. He makes some big plays from Charles Elliott, a sixth grader. And here we go on the replay. The handoff right up the middle, a little draw, and finally brought down. Now Vance Lowry, his favorite team is the Ravens.
No, wait, we got to talk to that guy.
It's somebody, there's a couple of guys that like the Ravens.
Well, we'll have to talk to them, Adam, at halftime. We got to get them straight.
Pass play broken up, fumble, and what are we going to get? Are they going to call it a pass, or are they going to call it down? No, they're going to call it an incompleted pass. And that's going to be halftime here at the Brookside Park in the JFK Midget League Championships as the 49ers lead it over the Dogs in this contest.
Well, Adam, we've had a lot of excitement, and when we come back, we're going to meet the center manager from John F. Kennedy, as Desiree is going to find out what's actually going on this winter at their recreation center. Stay with us, folks.
Welcome back to Brookside Park for the Kennedy Midget Championship game between the Dogs and the 49ers. Let's go over to Desiree Powell, who's got a special guest here at halftime.
Here at halftime, we have the center manager of John F. Kennedy, Mr. Michael Bannister. It's cold out here, Mike.
Yes, it is. It's very cold.
How's your kids hanging up?
They're doing a pretty good job at this time. The rain kind of dampened the spirits, but we're going to play.
Okay, leading into the winter schedule, I understand you've got some special programs such as chess and karate. Can you give us, our viewers, some idea about what that's all about?
Yes, we offer some different programming than usual baseball, basketball stuff. We're going to do the chess, and we have the martial arts being taught at the gym there. So we offer these unique programs. Hope to get somebody in here. Okay, here we have some youngsters here playing the game. We have a pretty good little group here, and they're learning. We're part of the United States Chess Federation. Here we have martial arts being taught by Andre Kimball here. The class is just starting and growing. This winter we expect the enrollment to really increase here.
Okay. And your age categories for this?
Okay, for the karate it's 8 to 13 years of age, and the chess is from 8 to 17.
Okay, if anyone's interested, what do they need to do?
They need to contact John F. Kennedy Rec Center, 664-2572, and ask for anyone on the staff they will know.
And you're located where?
17300 Harvard.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going back to the start of the second half, so we're going to go back to Tim and Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Desiree, as the Dogs running the ball and trying to motor down Vince Lowry, but he gets stopped. The 49ers, if you look at some of their first half, some of their statistics, Branch, the quarterback, 5 carries for 24 yards. He's caught one for 35 yards, passed for 6 yards. Really doing it all on offense for the 49ers. There you see Vance Lowry as the Dogs have the ball on offense. And what will we have as the call?
Offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Offsides against the Dogs. And the guilty party, Vance Lowry. Guilty of the offsides. Push him back 5.
That'll teach that guy for picking them Ray-Bans. Who are they?
Jerron Carson, the quarterback, bad snap, dumps it off. Little collision, number 9 has it. Horace Crawford breaks the tackle and finally brought down by number 6, Brandon Branch. And that time, a heavy rush by the 49ers, but the Dogs get the play off.
Well, take a look at it here. Oh, that's a little jump pass. And then you can see here he's going to break to the outside. One time the 49ers didn't contain, but it was number 6, Brandon Branch, coming up big again.
Almost intercepted. Justin Tidmore saw a lot of green pasture, had the play read perfectly and couldn't hang on to the football, and he knew he had 6 on the play.
Threw it in the wrong spot. Didn't want to throw it in my hands to make it that easy.
3rd down now. Baker back in as the quarterback for the Dogs. Heavy rush, stops, fires, flag down, all over the place.
It looked like from here, Adam, looked like a hold, but we'll see. The umpires want to do the flag, and usually that means holding. But we'll take a look at it here.
Referees conferring in the middle of the field. I like to call it meeting of the minds.
Could be a personal foul also. And we'll get the call from our head official.
Legal use of the hands, the 7 red. Got holding for 16 gold. Penalties offset, replay to down.
Somebody would say, well, how do we have illegal use of the hands on the defense? By putting it up in your throat. And that's what the official called. They were charging and put their hand up in the throat area, and again, that's why the penalty was called.
Barker looking to run, doesn't break the tackle because he's brought down by Jamie Swinney, as well as Bruce Coleman.
And that time, the defense of the 49ers contained. They forced the action inside. Bruce Coleman and James Swinney both made him come to the middle. Excellent.
Now the Dogs with a 4th down situation. Dropped back for a loss, and it is now 1st down for the 49ers. they have scored on their last 2 possessions. So the 49er offense, led by Brandon Branch, the quarterback. Fletcher's the running back. Branch looking to throw. Looks, fires long, has a man open. Tipped by Dante Fields. And the pass was intended for Bruce Coleman. And another flag.
Now, who's throwing those flags?
They are flag happy.
Let's hear it, Mr. Official.
Personal foul. Number 14, defense. Legal use of the hands to the face. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Oh, hands to the face? We don't even have the face mask on.
That's got us smart today. And that flag was thrown by our female official. And she was telling me at halftime, oh, you see, I only threw 2 flags. Oh, she's thrown 3. Let's see how many more. Branch looking to throw. Goes to the outside part of the field, tries to skid on the grass, cuts to the inside, breaks 2-3 tackles, but Carson comes up with a big stop. Jerron Carson making a stop at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I appreciate it, yeah.
Some wholesale substitutions now coming in for the 49ers. There you see Jerron Carson. But here's the run by Branch, looking to throw. Can't see it, figures I'm gonna take off and use my speed.
There it is. You can see 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and there's the tackle across the middle. Again, we've talked about making the tackles, grabbing the flags. That was one time where the speed of Mr. Branch almost put him in for another touchdown.
Full house backfield now. Ball's fumbled, flag on the play. Branch up the middle, cuts to the near side of the field at the 5, gets in. No, he's not gonna get in. He's gonna get down at the 1-yard line.
Oh my.
And what do we have now? Another flag is thrown.
Okay, Mr. Official.
He's getting more airtime than we do.
Let's take a look at it. He called the illegal motion
in the backfield.
In the backfield, and I didn't see the actual start of it, but according to our stat crew, he did.
Yeah, one of the running backs moved just jumped the gun a little bit.
I don't know, Dennis, if you can give us that again from the beginning, if we could pick up the motion, because we gotta have a talk with these officials. It's cold out here.
Tim, are you cold?
I only wore 1 pair of socks.
Second down for the 49ers. Branch looking to throw. Heavy rush at the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep it himself. Cuts to the near side. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks 2. And he's down at the 5-yard line. Jerron Carson making the stop.
I was always wondered that, Adam. If I had great speed, and I don't, why would you run to the middle where everybody's at? Why wouldn't you go to the other outside?
Well, I can't explain that. He had the whole defense sucked in towards the near side of the field. All he had to do was look towards the left into the corner. Nobody there from the defense of the Dogs, and could have scored easily.
So, Brandon, when you're watching this, you know from now on, run to the outside. You're too fast.
Pro eye set. Branch on the handoff. 1, 2, cuts up the middle. And that is Justin Tidmore. He's going to score the touchdown for the 49ers. Double reverse gets you 6.
Again, nice execution, Adam, by the 49ers.
And no flags.
Yes.
Amazing.
Take a look at it right here. Cuts to the outside, ran to the outside, touchdown 49ers. Justin Tidmore, the 7th grader from Heskett School with perfect attendance and merit roll. Goes in for a touchdown today in his championship game.
Now it is 18-6. The 49ers blowing this game wide open. Power eye. Branch looking to throw. Now he's going to run it. He's got it in. Extra points good.
Now, you know when Brandon watches this, he's going to say, see, I told you I'd come up that middle.
Absolutely.
There he is. Brandon Branch, put on a show tonight, son. You've done a great job. But what we're more proud of you is, Brandon, is that you've been able to do perfect attendance, and you're the most improved student. Received an award at your school this past year in Brandon. That's where our hats come off. We look at the replay here. You'll see he'll break in and score the extra point for the 49ers.
And they've blown this game wide open now. 49ers getting ready to kick off. That's Brandon Branch. The Dogs awaiting the kick.
Here we go.
High end over end kick. In between the legs. Running it is William Knighton. And boy, he made a nifty run, getting that ball in between his legs and still rotoring.
Well, we're going to the last play of the third quarter, and when this play is over with, viewers, we've always talked about what can you do to make your city better? What kind of things? We've talked about how the city has rebuilt itself structurally wise, but there's a lot of people that have taken their time out to get back to the community. And Desiree is going to be with a very special person over at Kennedy Recreation Center that's really been a big part of the kids in this flag football program.
Long pass intended for the receiver. That was Jesse Perry. That goes incomplete as the Dogs end the quarter with no yards rushing. As we'll go over to Desiree with a very special guest as we head into the fourth quarter of action as the 49ers lead this game over the Dogs. Desiree?
Hi, we're here with Mrs. Dixon, one of the coaches for the teams tonight. Her husband's still out on the field because we didn't want to stop the game for this, but give us an idea. What's it like being a husband and wife team trying to coach?
Well, it's different. I mean, we're the first husband and wife team, so, you know, we just come out here to try to help the community and the kids.
Okay. What's it been like during the season? What have you been trying to stress to the kids?
Win, win, win.
Have you had any, have you taken any of the things on the practice field at home between you and your husband?
Oh, sure, because both my sons have been playing for years. Okay, so we just decided to coach instead of running down the sideline as a parent, you know.
What would you say to all those parents out there in the Lee Harvard community area by JFK?
I urge you to come out and support your child. It helps them very much. We need as much support as we can get. Okay.
And it's evident because we do have some parents out here, as cold as it is tonight, and we want to commend you and your husband as well as all the supporters at JFK, and we look forward to seeing you back again in some other sports and activities.
Sure, we'll be back.
Okay. Back to more live flag football. Back to Tim and Adam.
Thank you very much, Desiree. The Browns having the football. The Dogs, and on the pass play, the quarterback was sacked for a loss. So it's now a third down situation for the Dogs, and they are down 20-6 in this Midget League Championship game, the house championships. This one for Kennedy Recreation Center. Baker, the quarterback for the Dogs, gets the snap. Heavy rush up the middle. He's sacked in the backfield for a loss. And on the stop, Raphael Brown with the sack. And he is fired up. Boy, he is fired up in there on defense.
You hear mom and dad cheering in the background?
Raphael Brown, 7 tackles and 4 sacks in the contest so far. And with a fourth down situation, the Dogs are going to punt, and now the wind is coming out. Really here, we're in the outfield of Elder Park, and it's coming straight in from center field. Spiral kick to the near side, and out of bounds stepped is Justin Tidmore. Actually made a very nice play, but just stepped out of bounds trying to get back in. Now it's a first down situation for the 49ers, who lead this contest 20-6 in this fourth quarter. Last time these two teams met, the 49ers, big winners, 27-7. Now a little bit of confusion there, as you see from our overhead camera, high atop here at Brookside Park in I hope he's got his warm winter coat up there, because with the wind blowing, it's got to be pretty warm up in that crow's nest. Branch, the quarterback, full T backfield. Branch looking, flushed out of the pocket, looks at the line of scrimmage. He looks like he's going to run it. Now he does. He decides, but he's brought down and tackled by Desmond Black. And what Brandon Branch is doing, he gets near the line of scrimmage and he figures, I'm going to slow down
If they
and
don't
may
catch
throw
it,
it.
then they just don't catch it. Throw the ball.
Do you think the coach is trying to tell him something there, Adam?
Throw the ball.
Throw the ball.
Throw
Just
the
throw
football.
it. If they don't catch it, you threw it.
Yeah.
They can't catch it if you don't throw it.
Kind of reminds me of me when I played flag football in college.
Yeah.
I never wanted to throw the football, so I just ran it all the time. Branch, the quarterback, full T backfield. Gotta love the formations. Sets up, looks for the screen. Couldn't get the pass off to his receiver out of the backfield. That was Antonio Swinney.
But you know, the more that they play, the more they understand the team concept, that hey, it just is not one person, it's got to be everybody. The 49ers defense has played big here today.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you look at that pass rush, Adam. That poor quarterback, every time you turn around, there were two guys on him as soon as he got the ball.
And you look at Raphael Brown, he's got 7 tackles, 4 sacks, keying that 49er defense. Off-eye backfield. Brandon Branch looking to throw. Lots of time. Flag down, he's gonna run it, turns on the afterburners right up the middle of the field, and guess what, folks? He's gone, 49er touchdown. But let's wait and see. We may, yeah, they're gonna call this one back. Penalty flags thrown, and that will be against the 49ers. And it looks like it may be an illegal block up to the face.
Holding.
Oh, holding.
Number 7 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
That was close.
Well, they called a hold on number 7 of the 49ers, Mr. Brown. We'll take a look at it here. We'll see if we can pick it up.
Yeah, Jerron Carson doing a 2-step and
Look at him, like, you know, there I am. I didn't hold. I didn't hold.
Third down and long for the 49ers. Branch on the swing pass, almost intercepted. Pass almost picked off by James Bridges.
Saw referee Bill Meyer right on top of the plate.
Play number 7.
He's been throwing the football, wind and all.
And he's got the wind at his back right now.
I don't know, Adam. I think I'd run it. He caught it again.
Yeah, they've been running effectively.
Yeah, let's go back and run it. 4th down.
4th down now. They're going to go for it. Branch and Swinney in the backfield. Branch looking to throw. Guess what, folks? He's going to run it again. He's got the first down and then some. He can break 2 more tackles at the 20 to 10 to the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Branch coming up with the big score and no flag thrown. Touchdown, 49ers.
I know, Brandon. You ran it right up the middle again. We'll take a look at it here at home, folks. You talk about a little bit of Deion Sanders. We'll take a look at it. Right here, you see he breaks it outside. Now he cuts back across the middle, and it's nothing but all speed. Touchdown, 49ers.
26-6 is our score. Last time these two teams met was the 49ers 27, the Dogs 7. This 49er team came ready to play. Branch rolling out, looks, fires cross field, has a man open, and the pass is completed. And the pass was completed to number 8, and that is William Knighton. Looks to the far side of the field. Then he decides, well, I'm going to go back to the far side of the field. And then, boom, right to Knighton.
We hear our director in the truck making a great call.
Always doing a fine job.
Fine job of the crew. CLV TV35's crew's been just outstanding today in such adverse conditions.
But I think they're warm in the truck.
Yeah. Well, that guy up in the cherry picker, Louis, he's done a great job.
Oh, I've been told they're not warm in the truck. Okay.
Oh.
Somebody didn't pay the heating bill.
You know, Adam, there he is. Louis Negron, his opening debut on cable TV. Good job, Mr. Negron.
Get that, spray it out, cut him off. Good job.
Kickoff taken by the Dogs, and running it back, Vance Lowry. And first down as the wind continues to blow very hard here. Here we go with the replay of the kickoff. Lowry coming in, just barreling through and finally getting stopped. Carson looking to throw, fires long, almost intercepted. You look at some of the stats on the 49ers. Brandon Branch, 10 carries, 72 yards, 1 pass reception for 35 yards, a rushing TD. He has done it all in this ball game for the 49ers. Right now the Dogs have the football. Carson is the quarterback. He's going to take it himself. It's him and Branch, and he gets brought down by number 4, Deontay Brown.
There you go, DD.
Well, as we're winding up, Adam, we really want to take our hats off to all the people that have helped us here tonight. The John F. Kennedy Recreation Center, you've heard there's a lot of exciting things that are happening in your center this winter months. There'll be the basketball, the swimming, the chess, the ping pong, some arts and crafts. There's a lot of things happening, so take advantage of them, folks.
Pass intercepted by Brandon Branch once again. Can he go coast to coast? Yes! Touchdown 49ers! Guess who, folks? Brandon Branch coming up with the INT and scoring a run of about 45 yards on the interception return. There you see the man who has turned this game around and blown it wide open.
Take a look at it here, folks. You can see here, again, they're going to throw the big pass. There it is, underthrown, Brandon Branch. We've seen him do it all night. A little cut back, 1 block, and it's nothing but all speed. Brandon Branch, the 49ers, goes in and scores his 3rd touchdown here today.
Double reverse, and they get it in. Bruce Coleman getting the extra point. 35-6. As the 49ers blow this game wide open. And Brandon Branch has been the main man.
And I'm sure that Miss Powell is going to ask him, where are you going to school in the future?
Here we'll look at the interception return once again.
Unbelievable, Adam. You can see here, now look, there's a block by number 3, and then right here, it's just nothing but speed. Does like a little stop and he's gone. He went right by him.
Kick will be taken by Desmond Black. Cutting up towards the middle of the field, breaks a couple of tackles, and finally brought down. And that's going to be the ball game as the 49ers win it 34-6 over the Dogs in this John F. Kennedy Midget Championship game. And the key player for that 49er team, Brandon Branch. That is one happy group right there.
You can see it, the 49ers. Well, stay with us, folks, because when we come back, Desiree is going to find out. Is it Deion Sanders, Eric Metcalf, or Brandon Branch?
We were overwhelmed last game with Notre Dame. Now we're overwhelmed with the 49ers here representing John F. Kennedy. We have the winning coaches and their two most valuable players. Briefly, the winning coaches, volunteer coaches are?
Michael Lewis.
Robert Tidmore.
Okay, congratulations. What'd you tell the kids going into tonight's game? It's cold out here. What'd you tell them?
Let's win, that's all. Championship.
What was your strategy? You've been playing the other team all season long during the season up at the center. What'd you tell them tonight?
I told them just to keep their heads on and just go out there and play. Go out there and play. I'm so happy for my job.
Okay. With us right now, we have the defensive player, Raphael Brown. You had 7 tackles, and you had 4 sacks. Congratulations. And next to Raphael, we have Brandon Branch. You heard his name all evening long. He had 10 carries, 72 yards, 1 pass reception for 35 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 intercepted touchdown pass for 45 yards. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We understand your favorite player is Deion Sanders. However, we're very impressed with the fact that you got most improved student at school and you've got perfect attendance. What would you tell the kids back at home that are watching this tonight? What do they need to do in school as well as how to get back involved in the recreation center?
Do they work and get good grades?
You've been doing a good job. You have any idea? I know this might be an early question for you, but you have great moves out on the field. Have you thought about where you want to go to school?
College?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Ohio State.
Oh, you're an Ohio State fan. Okay. All right. With that, we want to congratulate all the parents, all the volunteer coaches, and all the kids tonight. And we're going to take it back to Tim and Adam for the close of tonight's game.
All right, thank you very much, Desiree. Well, little Brandon Branch wants to go to Ohio State right now. That team is number 2 in the country, and they have a bevy of backs in that backfield. Tim, it's been a great night of flag football here at Brookside Park. It has been cold, it has been raining, it is football weather, but 3 excellent ball games in tonight's action.
Yeah, it's really a tribute to the city of Cleveland and the youth that we serve. And you know, Adam, we have talked about all night long about the youth of our city and their future, and that they are really the ones behind it. And we look today and what has happened here tonight. You will see the smiles of the Casey Finleys and the Brandon Branches, but as Desiree pointed out very vividly, we like what we see here today, and it was fun. But what is the biggest and the most important thing that Brandon Branch has contributed is that it was the academics, it was the improved student, the perfect attendance, and the thought that someday he may end up in Buckeye country down at Ohio State.
Well, you've seen a lot of action from these kids, a lot of talented kids, both on and off the field, and that is what the Cleveland Recreation Department is all about. It's not just the athletics, it's also the other things that go on behind the scenes, as we just had 3 great football games showcasing a lot of talent of kids here in the city of Cleveland. Tim?
Our special congratulations has to go out tonight. In wrap-up, we look at the Michael Zone championship game. Congratulations to the Broncos as they've defeated the Raiders 18-12. And at Cadell Recreation, it was the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame beating the Wolverines of Michigan by a score of 12-6. And capping it off tonight from John F. Kennedy, it was the 49ers over the Dogs 34-6. Our dreams have truly become achievements because the people of today have given back to the city of our great All-American city. Thank you again, Adam, for coming out. It's been a great night. And we've got another one coming up.
That's right. More flag football coming up.
For those that are here, our dreams have become achievements. And remember what has been more vividly stated here tonight. Please be a part of our city. Give back to the youth of our city because they are our future. Thank you for being with us, and good night.
We hope you enjoyed today's game. Make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, TV20 Cleveland, and subscribe to get the latest videos. I'm Christian Patterson. Thanks for watching TV20 Classic Sports.